What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today I just got back from seeing Alita. This movie was so damn good. I can't believe how good it was. Great characters, great character development, great story, great action, emotional points in the movie. It was just so good. And my question is, why do we not hear social justice freaks talking about this movie? Why are they not praising it, or why are they not calling it such a major step for women or for diversity? Well, number one, because they don't really care about these things. They don't care about these things. I continue to tell you this over and over again. Social justice freaks do not care about the things that they claim they care about. They are only interested in attaching themselves to something they can play the victim on. And they can't play the victim in this movie because what has it got, a 94% from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes? The same audience that is a bunch of toxic males that are intimidated by women, yet this movie has a 94% audience rating from those same toxic men that hate women. Think about that. Number two, it's not part of a bigger brand, so they can't do anything with that either, because with Star Wars or Captain Marvel, they're looking at it going, this is a character we've never heard of. They've had no development whatsoever. People are complaining about the storyline, the story arc, and everything like that. So therefore, we can play the victim. We can play the victim, and it's part of a bigger brand. You know, this is what they do. They are opportunists. They look for opportunity to play the victim. So Alita does not interest them at all, because they're not worried about strong female characters as they claim they are. They have no interest in this. They are only interested in playing the victim. If Alita had a 54% and people were ripping it apart because it was not a good movie, then these social justice freaks would be constantly calling everybody sexist and racist for not liking the movie and saying men are intimidated by women. Yet here we have a good movie with a good character, a character that just happens to be a female, and we hear nothing from these same nut jobs that can't shut the fuck up about identity politics. They can't do anything. They can't function in the morning unless they're talking about race and gender. Yet here we have a movie that does a good job, a perfect job of showing you that you can feature a non-white male in a movie. And as long as your storytelling is not centered around the race and the gender of the character, then you can make a good movie and the fans will accept it. This is a perfect movie for that. We can also look at Wonder Woman. Why were the social justice freaks not talking about Wonder Woman? Again, Wonder Woman was a good movie, and the heavy majority of all the fans really loved the movie. And Gal Gadot didn't prance out there with their identity politics talking points for the most part. You know, she was above that. So they didn't see an opportunity there. There was no opportunity. Plus, the DCEU was not in a good place. It was kind of trending down really bad. So they see no opportunity there. These people are crazy. They're absolutely crazy. And as I'm watching Alita, and as it comes to an end, I'm sitting there going like, that was such a good movie. And I connected to that character so much. Why do these same crazy freaks that are obsessed with race and gender, why are they not so hyped about this movie? And where are all the sexist men at that they claim are out there, and they only hate on movies with women because they're intimidated by women? These people and their logic is so flawed right now. Alita is going to be so much better than Captain Marvel for the cause that they claim they're trying to push forward. Because Brie Larson can't shut up about pointing out that there's a woman in the movie and we need more woman representation. That type of crap does nothing but hurt any argument for diversity. None whatsoever. Now, when you have a character like Alita that's actually well written and respected as a character from the filmmakers and respected within the movie, not as a woman that you can't touch. No. She's treated as a character that goes through real life struggles and situations. And sometimes that means you get hit in the face by a dude. That happens, and you need to learn to get up and deal with it. Now, I'm not advocating for guys to hit women. There's a scene in the movie where they're playing a sport, and she gets hit. And SJWs would freak out, and they probably have freaked out at that scene. What that scene showed is that she can get up, and she can deal with anything because she's awesome. Her character was shown in that. Her resolve was shown in that scene. But these fruitcakes that are so driven by identity politics, they would have not even put that scene in a movie because they would have felt it's offensive. It's offensive for a whammon to get hit. It's so offensive for a whammon to get hit and knocked down. Oh my God. You know, that's the difference in storytelling when you're focused on identity politics versus focusing on character development. Alita was so good. You social justice freaks. Again, the only people that even remotely agree with you are the same crazy ass people that none of us want to have conversations with. The general public, the heavy majority of everyone out there. There's a lot of people within the general public that don't pay attention to a lot of the stuff that we're talking about. But when they see situations like the Jussie Smollett situation or some of these crazy stories, the general public just sits there and goes, man, these people, wow, that's insane. That's wild. I can't believe something like that happened. And so they start coming over to our side of the argument, which is the common sense side of the argument, because you freaking people are crazy. You're a bunch of freaks. I'm going to start referring to you as nothing but freaks. Social justice weirdo freaks. That's what you are. You are freaks. You cannot be taken seriously. You're obsessed with race and gender. A movie like Alita sets there. It does exactly what these freaks ask for, and they don't care about it because they can't find a reason to be the victim. If they can't be the victim, if there's not a giant platform for them to infect their virus into, they have no interest in it. These people are freaks. Alita was awesome. Go see Alita. Screw Captain Marvel. Screw Brie Larson. And screw these social justice weirdo freaks. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.